Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jerry, and you have reached my channel, Carnivore Jerry in the Middle of the Forest. If you are a new subscriber or don't really know me quite well yet, allow me a few moments to introduce myself. I have lost 163 pounds, not once, but twice, by starting off with the ketogenic diet, and now I am doing the carnivore way of eating, mostly animal-based with the occasional pickle or two. This way of eating for me has proven to be successful. It got me off of a stall that was nearly a half of a year long, and this past May 1st, I had a total hip replacement. And during my rehab of a total hip replacement, not doing exercise because of the healing aspect of a total hip surgery, just doing regular physical therapy for the past month, 6 weeks, I have lost 30 pounds. So, proving that this is a successful way of eating against the mentality that I've been told all my life, calories in, calories out, fat makes you fat. I completely flipped my school of thought and my way of thinking. So with that being said, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Please like and subscribe to this video because I'd like to be able to have you around and tell you more stories and us being able to interact and engage with each other. The weather outside today is 70 degrees according to my dashboard, and the Canadian fires are still in full force with all the clouds and the smoke. I was a former smoker, so I know the feeling of the dry, scratchy throat, the raspy cough, kind of a headache. All of those things I'm experiencing now because of the atmosphere that, quite frankly, we're all forced into breathing at this time. But like I say in many of my videos, this too shall pass. I remember years that this has been going on. Not sure if they're fires that are man-created. Are they set fires? Are they burning the forests? I don't know. That's a different country just north of us. And I live 100 miles from Minneapolis. So if you can picture that in comparison to Canada, I'm right up there. Now, a friend of mine a couple days ago from Chicago said that she is noticing it in Chicago. The Milwaukee people are noticing it, and the Kenosha, etc., etc. So it's moving down the state, and I guess in a live earlier today, someone from New York was saying that they're experiencing it now in New York State. So it is what it is. What is on the agenda for this week? Well, first off, yesterday was my fast day. Our church has taken upon itself in the congregation, it is a non-denominational church that I belong to, that during the month of August, every Monday during the month of August, as a group, we are fasting. And along with the fasting, I decided I'm going to fast from doing YouTube videos during the month of August as well. So you're going to have to see me on Tuesday through Sunday, I guess. Not that there's anything wrong with that, is there? Today's agenda, I am heading out to my 15-minute tanning appointment. After tanning, I do the physical therapy appointment Tuesdays and Thursdays. and then I head out to work. I'm still working. I'm working towards retirement with the hopes to be able to retire at age 65, and with a new back from last year's surgery and a new hip from this year's surgery, I'm pretty good to go. My husband is 11 years older than me, so I have to take care of him. There's no other alternative. I have to be in tip-top shape because he will be in need sometime due to his age, and that's okay. Isn't that what marriage is about? For better or for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. So Tuesday, they call it Taco Tuesday. For me, it's purse bacon Tuesday in my little silicone purse. I have 5 pieces of bacon, and that's what I'll be eating later. For breakfast this morning, I had 3 pieces of bacon and 4 eggs with a 1/2 ounce of cheese. That was my breakfast, and about a tablespoon of butter. Sorry about that. There was a bug in here. Oh, and I do have a cold brew. I brewed it last night. Just cold coffee and ice cubes. Stuck it in the refrigerator so it'll be nice and cold for me to enjoy after my physical therapy. So let me commence to driving into town. We live 10 miles away from Bloomer, so gotta watch out. The deers are out there. I don't know if it's because it's going to rain or if they're freaked out because of the smoke that they smell. Who knows? So I will catch up with you after my PT. I don't think the purse bacon is going to be enough. I stopped at McDonald's so I could get myself 2 quarter-pound patties with a fork and a knife and eat that as my lunch. Something about beef, me and beef. I just passed. I thought, wow, just stop and get it. I just left the dealer, and I'll tell you about that when I hit the freeway. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. 2 quarter-pounders plain. No cheese. I should have asked for a pat of butter for each one. Oh well. This should satisfy the urge for beef. Later. Okay, just hit the freeway. I scheduled an appointment to get my brakes done tomorrow. I'm really not comfortable with the way they're sounding. A high squeal, a high pitch, kind of soft, but I don't want to argue with the husband. I'm the one driving this, and I know he likes to go to his mechanic that's 1.5 miles from the house, and I like him. Don't misunderstand, but he's a one-man operation, and I look at it this way: do I really want to be that cross on the side of the road with the flowers for everybody to say, I remember Jerry? No, I don't want to do that. And these deer at night, I take the back roads home because, of course, I don't want to put any cracks in the windshield. Don't want that. And taking the back roads, that's where the food is for the deer. So I have a tendency to go slower, as opposed to, obviously, the freeway right now going 70 miles an hour. Nobody is in front of me. I have a 17-car length gap between me and the person in front. And I'm minding etc., etc. So again, another battle that we just don't want to deal with right now. So tomorrow, bright and early, 8 o'clock, I will be at that dealer, and they will have the Denali up on the hoist and new brakes put in. Thank the Lord. I just feel better. So, the topic of today is eating how many meals a day. The reason I bring this up is I thought I would be fine. Yesterday, coming off of the fast, today having a decent breakfast, that when I passed McDonald's after therapy, I just thought, you know, after the dealer, I'm going to go and get myself a couple of quarter pounders. I just have this need for beef. Similar to last week when I just had that urge. It's like, I just want beef. And like I said, I thought that my silicone purse bacon was going to be enough. I gave in. For $5 and change, you know, $3 a patty, or $6.04, whatever it is. That's okay. Technically, I have all the ingredients at the house to make it, and I should have been more prepared. But I didn't think the urges would be that heavy duty. So my question is for you out there, do you eat not necessarily at timed meals? I eat when I'm hungry. And this morning I was hungry because yesterday I fasted. So I was full and satiated when I ate breakfast at 8:45 today. And I probably worked up an appetite using my little scrubber, which I probably should include at the end of this segment so that you can see my new toy. I'll include that in. Pretty self-explanatory, but I thought I would put that out there and ask you guys, are you one a day? Do you have a massive? Usually, typically, I used to be a volume eater. I used to eat and eat a lot. But these days, I'm feeling the hunger when they come on, satisfying it right away, and then being done with it. So I don't anticipate reaching for the silicone bacon until later today. Could be even at the lunch hour, which is fine, because if I leave this on my dash in the heat, ooh, it'll be so warm and delicious by the time I have lunch at 5:40. I think that's what I'll do. Putting this in a black car with a black dashboard, yeah, it won't overcook, but it'll be fatty deliciousness. Usually I'll have 2 meals a day, breakfast and then whatever for dinner. I'd rather not eat after 6 p.m. That's my cutoff, and I'm cool with it. There was a time working second shift that I'd come home and I'd eat. Well, that's where the weight came on. Eating and then going to bed. Not cool, but that was the standard American diet. The brown butter bites that I made over the weekend that you guys saw on the Sunday video, which was a double Saturday and Sunday, my weekend video, I completely forgot about it. I put them in the refrigerator, and I put them on top in the silicone container on top of my beef tallow in the refrigerator. Why do I keep beef tallow in the refrigerator? Because it's summer. It would be fine out on the counter. It's fine for shipping, etc., etc. But in the summer, yeah, it's for the refrigerator. It only takes a few minutes, literally, if you put it outside, to warm up so that I can fry things with beef tallow. And usually, yes, I'll fry things for the husband that he likes, but I just got this big tub of it. I don't know. It's okay in the fridge. It's good. Bacon fat, on the other hand, yeah, that doesn't last very long because I like it. If I was to have, and I have had this before, I've seen people do this, a tablespoon of bacon grease, of course rendered and filtered. People put it in their coffee with the egg and the butter. Well, for me, that's a bit too much. And we don't want proverbial disaster pants, if you get my drift. So for me, tonight, I will show you what I do with the brown butter bites that works. Today should be a fruitful day. I'm hoping it'll be busier, keep us busy and profitable at the job. That's a good thing. And I want to throw something else out there in addition to finding out how you guys eat, putting your comments down below. My friend Amy, Rockin' Keto Amy, love her. She has got the cutest characters right now between herself and Butter Woman, and they're just darling. But she does this open mic every Sunday, and she'll invite people to be able to talk on a live, which is great. I don't have the time for that, working a second shift job Monday through Friday. And I think on the weekends, a lot of people are very busy doing weekend and family things. That's just my opinion, of course. But I want to throw this out there for you. If you have any suggestions or want to hear any stories about me or any topics that I can discuss, topic of the day, please, by all means, put it down. For example, you might be out there thinking, I want to know, Jerry, how do you poach eggs? And then I can talk about it, or I can show it to you, whatever the case may be. I prefer the talk ones because as I'm driving to work, I can talk. And a lot of people listen to me when they're doing their steps or they're walking. So I get it. You don't have to physically see me, but if you want to know how I poach my eggs, well, you'll have to physically see me to do that. So any and all suggestions for topics, by all means, put them down below. I'm happy to entertain them and to answer your questions. That's it for me for today. Remember, tonight, the last segment, the next segment you're going to see is me using the Tenetco, I may be mispronouncing that wrong, hard floor vacuum scrubber. So self-explanatory, check that out next. And the last segment, to last, will be my steps for today. I always like to take a picture of that, like when I started this video and you saw my step count. That was yesterday's steps. And how many steps I'll have at the absolute last tonight. So 3 more segments to go. Thanks for listening, everybody. I appreciate it. Take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow, probably at the car dealer. Cheers for now. Okay, this is the area that we enter. There's Ladybug on the other side. This is the area that we enter into the dining, living area. This is the new Tenetco hard floor scrubber. And I'm about to do just this area. If I'd have to guess, I'd say about a 7 by 9 area. So press the button. Goes on. If I want to go higher speed or max, I hit this button. Now it says max. And the only thing it does not do is get into corners. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does a good job of doing it in this area, but it doesn't do like your grandmother does. So I'm going to finish this area and show you what the dirty water looks like when I'm done. I don't use the vacuum mode because I've already vacuumed my floor, and it doesn't make sense, common sense, to vacuum and then deal with wet water. So to me, I will be using my regular vacuum this way and this mop apparatus afterwards. This is just the front area, the walkway, the doorway that we walk into the living area. The top is the first filter. It does a pretty good job, but bear in mind, I do not use this as a vacuum. This second part comes out. I think I need 2 hands. There we go. This part comes out this way. See how dirty that is? There's the dog hair, and see what I mean about the sand? And that's just a small area with me doing a very good vacuum beforehand. And this is the sediment. See the dog hair? They don't call them German shedders for nothing. Now remember, this is the first time I have scrubbed the floor. Look at the sand on the bottom. That I have scrubbed the floor since 3 days before May 1st, my surgery. So yeah, this is going to take a couple days. The battery life is, you have to plug it in for 5 hours, and they say you get 20 minutes of cleaning time, but I've been going slow because, well, it's my first time, of course. There you go. There you have it. The Tenneco review. Pretty good. Okay, I am home from work. Check out these little jewels. Get it near the lamp so you can see it better. That's right, brown butter bites. And yes, I did not remove my dotted nail polish. Brown butter bites. Right before bed. It's like having a candy. It tastes sweet to me because butter, sweet butter, tastes sweet. So it almost tastes like a Werther's. That rich buttery flavor. I popped 2 of these before bed. It's the fat I need to put me to sleep. Something about fat. I'm sorry. I'm eating, smacking away. Something about the fat just soothes me. Now, I have been known to take 2 of these in 8 ounces of hot water. I take it from the coffee machine at the boiling point and have it melt and then froth these up. Delicious. Froth them up in the hot water. So good. So that's it for me. Like I promised, I wanted that one trick to show you before going to bed. And now I'm going to bed. After I put my steps last. See you tomorrow. 8 a.m. at the car dealer. I'm going to YouTube. Why? Doesn't everybody YouTube at the car dealer? Asking for a friend. Cheers.